At the end of the day, procrastinating damages us more than we realize because we give ourselves unnecessary stress because the happiness hit when you finish a task after procrastinating about it eventually fizzles out. Hey y'all, and it's Mabby here, and welcome to Mabby's World, wherein life between flights turn into hobby-fueled safe spaces. And I do believe that we are all sensible adults here, right? We are grown people. We know what we're supposed to do, right? We know that if you do things one step at a time in slow increments is a more efficient way to finish any kind of work than to just bomb everything into one session and hope for the best, right? Then why do we always procrastinate? I myself, I know it's more logical to do each step, say one day at a time, pace myself so I don't get stressed out, but still, I choose to procrastinate. Why is that? Why? I constantly do the exact opposite. I ignore tasks. I tell myself that this is important, I can do this later. And then when it is buzzer beater to the deadline, I will do everything all in one sesh and do la to finish everything at once. And the sad part is it hasn't failed me yet. Damn. But the actual procrastinating is actually very, very stressful. I mean, it's not cozy at all. You're rushing the deadline and then your adrenaline is way up there, and you are you're how do I explain this? Before that crash of activity, you are paralyzed. You're thinking you can do this later. You'll do it next time. You don't know how to do it now. Maybe you'll figure it out later. But honestly, you already know how to do it. It's just your body won't cooperate, you know? You have what people call task paralysis. You already know what you are supposed to do. You already know how to do it. You already know how to execute it. But you are not doing it. Because some part of your brain maybe is telling you that it's too hard. Or maybe it's too easy, you can do it later. And then when it's almost at the deadline, that's when you crash and do, oh my god, I need to do this now. Right? And honestly, I'm at the stage of my life wherein even before I reach task paralysis, I am already tired. When I wake up, I'm tired. The mere idea of me doing something gets me tired. Even taking a bath is tiring because I'm at the stage of my life wherein I'm trying to create another person. And then my body really doesn't want to do anything at all, and is coupled with the kind of mind that can effectively convince me that I can do things later or at the last minute, the energy to bomb everything in one sitting is gone, but at the same time, the energy to do things methodically is also gone. So the task paralysis becomes extremely real and extremely scary. And some scientists explain that being a procrastinator is not actually being lazy. It's a dopamine and adrenaline issue. It's your body creates the adrenaline to do the task at the last minute because it is being conditioned. It's already conditioned because you've done it a lot of times that it is the most effective way to do a task even though it's not logically sound. And then when you're done with the task, you're like, yay, oh my god, I'm so great, I achieved this in this amount of time. But at some point, when you procrastinate and you're done with it, you don't get the dopamine hit anymore. Like, honestly, for me, I don't get it anymore. It's more of, okay, done. I can go back to resting now. I can go back to settling down because I was so stressed out and my adrenaline is way up here and now it crashed. Like, ugh. But if logically, I really do know that if I did it slowly, one step at a time, I wouldn't have the hormone crash. I wouldn't have the stress, but I still do it. So it's a constant battle in your brain. At the end of the day, procrastinating damages us more than we realize because we give ourselves unnecessary stress because the happiness hit when you finish a task after procrastinating about it eventually fizzles out and you don't get that happiness crash. You don't get that happiness hit. You just get the stress rather, the stress and the anxiety crash after the procrastination. So like that statement, I'll do it later. Honestly, I am an expert in telling myself that I can do it later because it's easy enough to do, so we can do it later. I believe it has to be a conscious effort to teach me instead that I should think that it's easy enough to do. Let's do it now so that in less than n minutes, we're done and we can go back to just being meh. Being lazy, being cozy, being comfy, doing what you really like, and then you have a task done and you're not stressed out and maybe, but honestly, most likely, you will get that happiness hit again because you were able to achieve a task but not be stressed out about it at the same time. So like for me, when I'm already weak from a fragile and hard pregnancy, I do not have the reserve strength, the reserve space to stress out about procrastinating about things. So I need to teach myself to really do things methodically. Like, my old system is not working anymore and I am in a consistent loop of being paralyzed. But life goes on. I have to do something, I have to change something, or I will be left behind. So, I learned this quote. I honestly don't know where I come across it. I did not invent it, that's for sure. But if there's something worth doing, it's worth doing badly. So, if, for example, I have this big task, like say, washing the dishes. Oh my God, I am always so tired. Even washing the dishes is a struggle. Washing the dishes. So, washing the dishes include spraying water all over the dishes, soaping the stuff up, then rinsing, and then putting it away. Or maybe putting it in the dish rack. Or maybe it's inverse. The ones that's already washed, you put it on the dish rack. Then you water the ones that are already dirty and so on and so forth. So, like me thinking about washing the dishes and I just enumerated all of those tasks, I'm like, no, I cannot. I do not have the energy for that. But maybe if I keep the clean dishes first, then I'll rest. Then I'll just come back to watering and putting soap over the dishes. And then I'll just come back and then rinse the dishes and then put it out to dry. Then at least I was able to finish washing the dishes without stressing myself that I have to do everything. Like, I can do step 1 first, then rest. Step 2, then rest. Step 3, then rest. We all know that's not an ideal way to wash dishes, but it's better than not washing the dishes at all. And then at the same time, I think I figured that it helps me. I don't know why. Maybe because my brain again is wired a bit to chaos. So like when it's super quiet when I do task, or when I am alone, the paralysis gets even worse. So what I do is I open up YouTube and I bring it to a random, let's say, day in a life, productivity, cooking, or journaling vlog. You know, the kind of vlog wherein I'm just getting the vibes and the background noise of someone being there or someone talking, but without the actual need of being really focused on the video. Or maybe I notice myself I am more inclined to move when my husband is around, even if it's just sitting down doing nothing, than when I am alone. So it's like, I guess that's why the concept of co-working spaces work. Like you go to a cafe and you do your own work and there are other people working with you. It's the same thing anyway than doing it at home, but you feel more productive because you're doing it with other people around. And maybe in this stage of my life, and if you are in a similar stage, in a stage wherein you feel less, or you feel burnt out, or you feel that nothing is working, I guess we have to accept that we do not have to move in time with how other people normally move. Like, we have to accept that a slower, less dramatic pace of getting things done won't give us the massive high at the end, but it will definitely not give us the stress that we are dreading. That's why we get paralyzed to do it in the first place. So if you are in a tough spot like me, I hope me opening up and trying to teach myself how to do things slower helps you and let you know that you are not alone. And that I hope in the cozy ratings, today we are in a 1 out of 5, but perhaps tomorrow will become a 1.5 or a 1.8 or a 1.3 or maybe a 2 out of 5 tomorrow because we feel better until we reach our 5 out of 5 cozy rating for ourselves. And I mean, there's no timeline, no one's rushing after you. I believe this might work better than just me being paralyzed and then just hoping and praying that whatever little energy I have left is enough for me to procrastinate because it's not been working. So with that, I hope you are well. I hope you are hydrated. I hope you know that you are loved. And I will talk to you in the next episode. Bye, y'all.